Alrighty guys, welcome to part 2, well basically it's part 1. Part 1 was just the introduction of what had happened, so yeah, changing this engine out with a 4 territory one. I'm just going to start with the top stuff for now and pulling my Bullbar off, but I just watched Christian and Vera's video of the engine removal from Land Rover Time. Aren't you guys lucky getting 2 engine removal videos in a month? Theirs is pretty cool. They're doing a rebuild, which I think's fancy as. Unfortunately I don't have the tooling or the proper experience to be able to do that myself, so I'm going down the road of a used 4 territory engine and just doing the big end and main bearing journals on the crank, and just a heap of other stuff like fuel injectors and diesel pump and stuff. But one thing I thought was cool, which I was today years old when I realised, or I didn't even realise, I seen on their video the service position for the bonnet. So you just unclip these, and then normally if you've got enough room you can lock this tab into a locator hole. You'll see it just there. Unfortunately my roof's not high enough, so yeah, had to use some bungee cords, but man does it give you some more room. But just going to remove all the plastic covers and then focus on the engine harness, cabling, and just a couple other bits and bobs. I'm not going to go too hard and crazy into this. I'm just going to cruise so that I don't destroy my soul in the process, and then yeah, get the Bullbar off, which is also going to be very difficult with one person, but I'll find a way. Let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so that's the thermostat out, and I know this is still something which is like hot topic and everyone gets confused about, and even when you go on parts websites, this is your thermostat, yeah? So it's not on top of the engine. That thing that everyone calls a thermostat on top of the engine is just a coolant crossover, and it's just to distribute coolant to each of your cylinder heads evenly. It is not a thermostat, and I noticed that even on the Bearmac website they list this part here as a thermostat, but it's not. Your thermostat's down there, and yeah, so I'll be doing all the hoses and thermostat with this today, but that's what I pulled off just then. Wasn't too difficult. You got your one main hose here, you got another hose going to your, I'm assuming that's a heater core pipe there. Down the bottom you got this tiny little guy, and then your main delivery off your water pump is here, and I think this is from your coolant reservoir bottle, so that gets the thermostat out and takes a lot of the hosing with it. What should I pull off now? Also, if you haven't already got one, by far one of the best tools I've ever used for getting hose clamps and stuff off the spring-loaded ones. You just tuck it in tight little spots and squeeze your trigger, and then it holds the clamp closed as well, so you can wiggle the hose. Definitely worth it, especially if you end up saying that you want to do a thermostat job on this. definitely worth having one. They're about 60 bucks Aussie. Right, so that's the airbox out. This heat shield which goes down here just locks into these two clips, so quick little tug and up she pops. Obviously I have my secondary battery in here, so I pulled that out. And then this tray that the battery sits on tucks right the way down the back there, and it just gets really close to these pipes and the brake lines, so it's quite a weird angle you got to go at to get it to sit into its place, but it's not too bad. So obviously you pull the side cover off first. Sorry, you pull this side cover off first, then you pull this little bit out which tucks in there, then you pull this side cover, and then you do the base plate. It's not too hard to do at all. As far as the airbox is concerned, it sits in two little rubber locking tabs, and then it looks like there should have been a bolt there, but there wasn't. And then you've just got your mounting plate here, which I don't know if you don't have a snorkel if that's glued or not, but mine was glued on, so it's quite tight. So far we are an hour and a half in, and obviously I spent about 30 minutes yesterday pulling this front bit off, so let's say 2 hours in so far to a very long journey. Alright, so this is the other side pulled out. Got bloody cables everywhere. So this is for my lithium dual battery setup, this cable. That's obviously the main positive from your fuse panel. This is the Anderson plug to the back of my car, and the secondary battery over there. I don't know if there's a fusible link in that or if it's just your big positive block, but this is my winch positive cable. Yeah, so I'm going to pull all my winch stuff out. My dual battery stuff I'll just have to undo from this side. I'm going to have to get all of this over to that side. in the manual it says to unplug all of this harness here and fold it all over, so I'm going to do that. Probably not today though. And I also need to get, I'm going to get my mate around to degas my aircon tonight, so probably won't end up recording that because he'll be coming around later on, but he'll be here hopefully. More importantly, I hope he can gas it up for me. Alright, so Bullbar's off with me running at definitely 110% capacity. Tee someone up to give you a hand, don't be a bloody idiot like I was. Yeah, that was heavy with the winch on. And then my jack didn't really go up high enough, so it's sort of there as a fail-safe. With the rated spacer of electrical tape and 100 mph tape. Actually worked pretty well. To get the Bullbar off is pretty easy if you guys are interested. You got your 3 bash plates up underneath. For me, I don't have fog lights, so I just undone the indicators, which is this plug here, one on each side. And then, yeah, that's literally it for me. If you guys had fog lights, you'd undo your fog lights as well. But apart from that, you just got 4 bolts on both of them, and you leave your actual bracing in place. But just, yeah, don't be a hero and lift that off on your own, because I'm probably going to regret that in the morning. I always get the hiccups every time. So that was about 3 hours today, inclusive of yesterday's half hour for the timing cover and all that. So I didn't get too much achieved really. Timing cover, thermostat, fan shade, all that crap. Then obviously both plastics either side, and the Bullbar and winch. As I said to you, I'm not really out to try and break any records. I know that definitely a lot of people out there would be able to get stuff done quicker than me. I just don't want to rush it, and I've got plenty of time off work. I just booked a swing off, so I've got like just 4 weeks now to sort this out. And my engine's not here, and the engine crane's not here yet. So that'll be it for part 1. See you guys tomorrow for probably a solid 4 hours. I've got some other stuff on in the morning, but I'll give this a good solid hit tomorrow and hopefully get her pretty close to looking at, like, not being ready to lift, but all the external stuff out of the way ready to lift. And then Monday I'll probably start attacking the actual removal of the engine. But until then, see you tomorrow. Bye.